Hello, friend. Wanted to share with you that it is summer solstice. I love solstice. It's the official beginning of summer. It's the beginning of Cancer season, June 21st this year, 2026. And this solstice is interesting because I like to use the solstices and the equinoxes as a way to plan my life or guide my intentions. I started doing that a few years ago as I began to follow more astrologers who do the same. So I just wanted to talk briefly about things that you might want to consider looking at between now and the September equinox. Especially because what's interesting about this next 3 month period, we have Mercury in Cancer. It's going to be because of its retrograde. Mercury is going to be in Cancer until August 9th. And then in August, we also have eclipse season. And so eclipses happen every, 6 months or so, and it's always a major change. But the more you make those changes on a smaller scale throughout the year, I find the less intense eclipse season can be for me personally. And so the solstice is actually a really good time to look at some of the changes you want to make. There are a lot of supportive aspects around this solstice, which I'm not going to get too into right now because I don't want to spend too much time on the actual transits. I want to talk more about some of the themes that you could be working on between now and the September equinox, especially because we're in Cancer season. And so Cancer is about the home, family, and it's about having space for feelings. And so, especially with Mercury being in Cancer, and so for most of all of July, Mercury is going to be in Cancer. So the retrograde, it could be a good opportunity to look at things you want to heal in your family dynamics or in your home life. You may be looking at maybe if you have older parents and they have to move to maybe assisted living or a nursing home. July might be a good time to look at those themes if you've been considering it, and it could be a good time to review some of those options, for example. That could be a good way to use that energy. So, what's coming up for you at the end of June around the home, the family, or even your sense of self, how you see yourself, how you feel at home in your own self, emotionally, spiritually, physically? Maybe there's a desire to make some new changes in terms of your physical habits, exercise routines, what you eat, what you like to eat, what you don't like to eat. Um, or maybe you're looking at things you want to change either in your career or your business. I myself am going to be making a pivot. You'll probably see that in the next week or so on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be focusing more on emotional and spiritual healing. I'm still always going to be referring to astrology as well. But I want to talk more about my own journey from moving to despair to joy, how I've become more in my own body and how I'm happier to be alive, and how I've used astrology, Reiki, other healing modalities to get me into that space. And I want to use this time myself from the solstice to the equinox to make some changes in that arena, how I offer my services to people as a coach and how I can support people as a spiritual mentor and how I can use astrology on that journey. um, but solstice is in the Western Hemisphere, the longest day of light in the year. And also, I think it's nice that because it's Cancer season and summer vacation for a lot of us, this is a great time to be looking at healing those family relationships, healing those family dynamics if they need work. Mercury being in retrograde in Cancer could be a good use of that energy. And I'll most likely probably do a separate Mercury retrograde video as well, since Mercury officially stations retrograde June 29th. Um, but that's what I really just wanted to come in here real quickly and offer to you. Maybe you'll do a solstice ritual, or maybe you did a solstice ritual. Maybe that speaks to you. Anything that you can do, celebrate being the longest day of the year. I know a lot of people have solstice celebrations online, or maybe you'll be looking at things that you want to do, say, this weekend that helps you feel connected to the sense of light growing inside of you. But mostly, I just wanted to invite you to look at things that you want to move through or implement between now and September. what do you want to clear out before eclipse season happens? And that way, whatever the eclipses empty out of your life, because that's usually what eclipses do. They empty out what needs to be removed or what's no longer serving our soul's growth, or they remove whatever's keeping you from being on your path, as Dabney Lawless says, one of my favorite astrologers. So just wanted to highlight that for you. This is a really quick video because I have a few other things I need to do. And I'm also going to be making some changes on this channel as I offer my services to people. So stay tuned for that. But at the end of the day, I just want to come in here real quick, honor the solstice, and always remember to honor the light within you.